Reprogramming, Episode 3, The Apple Doesn't Fall Far from the Tree, hosted by Larry L.A. Nunn. Opening. Welcome back to the Reprogramming. I'm your host, Larry L.A. Nunn. Today's episode is called The Apple Doesn't Fall Far from the Tree. Now, before you get offended by the title, stay with me. This episode isn't about blaming our parents, our grandparents, or our family members. It's about understanding something that affects nearly every one of us. It's about recognizing patterns. It's about seeing the invisible chains that sometimes connect generations together. It's about generational curses. What is a generational curse? When most people hear the phrase generational curse, they immediately think of something mystical or supernatural. But many times, a generational curse is simply a destructive behavior that gets passed down from one generation to the next. A father struggles with alcohol. His son grows up watching it. Then that son struggles with alcohol. Then his son struggles with alcohol. The behavior keeps repeating itself, not because destiny demanded it, not because they're evil, not because they're weak, because it became normal. The curse wasn't passed through blood, it was passed through behavior, the things we inherit. Some people inherit land, some inherit businesses, some inherit wealth, but many people unknowingly inherit anger, fear, addictions, poor money habits, victim mentalities, self-destructive relationships, overeating, gambling, drug addiction, emotional instability, toxic communication, the inability to trust, the inability to love, the inability to forgive. And the saddest part is that many people don't even realize they're carrying these things because they've been around them their entire lives. What feels normal isn't always healthy. Think about this. If a child grows up in a home where screaming is normal, that child may grow up believing screaming is how adults communicate. If a child grows up watching people solve every problem with alcohol, they may eventually believe alcohol is the answer to stress. If a child grows up watching people spend every dollar they earn, they may never learn how to save, invest, or build wealth. What feels normal isn't always healthy. Sometimes the very thing we call normal is the thing holding us back. Looking in the mirror. One of the hardest things a person can do is look in the mirror. Honestly, not at everybody else, at themselves. It's easy to point out flaws in our parents. It's easy to criticize our family. But the real question is, what habits have we inherited? What behaviors are we repeating? What emotional wounds are we carrying? What excuses are we making? Because healing begins when accountability begins. You cannot change what you refuse to acknowledge. Breaking the cycle. Here's the good news. A cycle can be broken. A curse can end. A family story can change. But somebody has to be brave enough to become the interruption. Somebody has to become the pattern breaker. Somebody has to decide.
It stops with me.
The addiction stops with me. The abuse stops with me. The irresponsibility stops with me. The victim mentality stops with me. The poverty mindset stops with me. The emotional chaos stops with me. The moment you decide to become the interruption, the future begins to change. Reprogramming the mind. The truth is, most transformation begins in the mind. Before you can change your habits, you must change your thinking. Before you can change your finances, you must change your mindset. Before you can change your relationships, you must change your perspective. You must reprogram the software running your life. You have to challenge old beliefs, challenge old excuses, challenge old fears, challenge old limitations. Ask yourself, who told me this was normal? Who taught me this behavior? Is this helping me or is this hurting me? Because every answer moves you closer to freedom, building better relationships. Many broken relationships are simply wounded people reacting to old programming. Sometimes we're not arguing with our spouse, we're arguing with our past. Sometimes we're not angry at our children, we're angry at unresolved pain. Sometimes we're not responding to the present, we're reacting to old wounds. That's why healing matters, because healed people create healthier relationships, and healthy relationships create stronger families, and stronger families create stronger communities. Digging yourself out. Maybe you're listening today and life feels heavy. Maybe you're carrying debt. Maybe you're carrying regret. Maybe you're carrying trauma. Maybe you're carrying disappointment. I want you to hear this clearly. You are not your mistakes. You are not your past. You are not the worst thing you've ever done. You are not the limitations others placed upon you. You have the power to rewrite your story.
Watch me rise, watch me grow. I'm healing wounds.
generational curses. The change